All right, let's talk about a set of golf clubs built not for the tour pros, but for a very specific type of golfer. And hey, that might just be you. We're diving into the TaylorMade Qi HL Irons to figure out exactly what they're all about and who they're for.
Does this sound familiar? You feel like you put a pretty good swing on it, but the ball it doesn't want to get up in the air. You can't clear that bunker or get it stop on the green. It is such a common, frustrating problem for so many of us. And what about this one? The second you hit it, you know it wasn't perfect. And sure enough, the ball comes up frustratingly short of the target. Man, that lack of forgiveness can really take the wind out of your sails during a round.
But here's the thing, you are not alone. These challenges are incredibly common, especially for golfers who don't swing out of their shoes. And the good news? There are clubs out there specifically engineered to solve these exact problems.
And that's where these irons come into play, the TaylorMade Qi HL. Now that HL is the magic ticket here. It stands for high launch, and TaylorMade has literally built this entire club around that one powerful idea.
And listen, these aren't just pretty faces. Every single curve, every bit of weight you see here is the result of some really clever engineering. It's all focused on one single goal, helping golfers get that ball launching high and easy, without a whole lot of effort.
So how do they do it? What's the secret sauce? Well, it's not magic. It's just a combination of really smart technologies all working together. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what makes these irons so easy to get up in the air.
Okay, so it really boils down to three key things. First, it's about where they stash the weight in the club head. Second, it's the specific angles on the club face, the lofts. And third, it's how the face itself is built to keep your ball speed up even when you miss the sweet spot. We're going to break down each one. First up is the center of gravity, or CG. You can just think of it as the club head's perfect balance point. And the trick here is simple. By pushing that balance point way down low and deep away from the face, it's like giving the club a built-in ramp. It naturally helps get under the ball and just sends it soaring.
And here you can see exactly what I'm talking about. That weight is shoved as low and as deep as possible, and that's the engine that powers the high launch. Seriously, if you are sick and tired of hitting those low, flat line drive iron shots, this one feature could be a total game changer.
Now this part is really interesting because it almost sounds backwards. See, a lot of modern irons have really strong lofts to chase more distance, but that can actually make the ball fly lower. So what TaylorMade did with the Qi HL is they made the lofts a little weaker. You might be thinking, wait, won't that cost me distance? But no, when you combine those lofts with that super low center of gravity, you get this beautiful, high arcing ball flight that actually maximizes your carry distance. It's pretty brilliant.
And finally, what about those shots you don't hit perfectly? Let's talk forgiveness. That little slot you see in the bottom of the club, that's the famous speed pocket. It lets the face flex more, kind of like a trampoline, especially on those hits that are a little low. You pair that with a really responsive face, and the bottom line is your missed shots just aren't going to be as punishing. Your ball speed stays up, and your shots still go a pretty long way. And who doesn't want that?
Okay, the tech sounds great on paper, but how do these things actually perform out on the course, where it really counts? Let's take a look at what the review found.
I mean, this quote from the Golf for Seniors review just absolutely nails it. From the very first swing, I noticed how easily these irons get the ball up in the air. It felt like the ball just wanted to climb. That says it all, right? This isn't some subtle, tiny improvement. It's immediate and it's obvious from the very first ball you hit.
So let's just run through the performance highlights. Of course, number one, that effortless high launch. That's a huge check. But also, surprisingly good forgiveness on mishits. The yardage gaps from one club to the next were super consistent and predictable, which is huge for building confidence. The feel was soft, but not mushy. You still know where you hit it. And just the look of the club standing over the ball, it makes you feel like, yeah, I can hit this.
And hey, let's be honest, looks matter. You have to like what you're looking down at. The review pointed out that they found a really fantastic sweet spot here. You get that confidence-inspiring look, a slightly thicker top line, a generous sole, but it's all wrapped up in this really sleek, modern design that doesn't look bulky or clunky at all. So, we've looked at the tech, we've looked at the real-world performance, now for the million-dollar question. Are these irons the right fit for you? Let's break down the ideal player profile. Okay, just look at this list. If you find yourself nodding your head yes to these points, then you are smack dab in the target audience for these irons. You want an easier, higher launch? Check. Your swing speed is more moderate than super fast? Check. You could use a little more forgiveness when you don't pure it? For sure.
And maybe, just maybe, you want to enjoy the game more with a little less physical strain. If that sounds like you, these were designed for you.
And to put a real number on it, the review really honed in on this specific range. If your driver's swing speed falls somewhere in that 70 to 90 mile per hour zone, you're in the absolute sweet spot. The entire design, all the physics we just talked about, it is literally optimized to help you get the most out of your game.
So the final verdict is pretty clear and simple. The TaylorMade Qi HL Irons deliver exactly what they promise. They are an absolutely outstanding choice for senior golfers, or really any player with a moderate swing speed who's looking for easy launch, great forgiveness, and just a more enjoyable time out on the course.
And that just leaves us with one final thought. For anyone who's been fighting their iron play, maybe the question isn't just about getting new technology, but about getting the right technology for your game. Is it time to make your iron game feel effortless again? Something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.